And one man that governed, stood for something, is our next guest, next speaker. When he ran, it was an uphill race. They said it couldn't be won. And he had a principle, an idea on eliminating the car tax. And I remember posts and everybody saying, well, once he's elected, he'll get rid of that. And I remember after the election, the business community said, well, he'll get rid of this. He'll discard this. But he didn't. He's a man that stood with his principles. He's a man with my friend Vance Wilkins, who helped drag the Republican Party through the desert to a majority in 2002. Ladies and gentlemen, UVA grad, prosecutor, attorney general, and the 68th governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Jim Gilmore.
Thank all of you all very much for the opportunity to be here to spend the last few minutes with you. It falls on me to be the last speaker and the one to send you forward here after this wonderful dinner tonight and the wonderful speakers that we've had. And so I'm just so glad to be with you. We had a great wave election, a great election for the United States of America. We ought to be very proud, not just as Virginians, but also as Americans, of the achievement that we just saw in this last election. Ladies and gentlemen, what do we see? We now have a new majority in the United States Senate. We have a big majority in the United States Senate. We're getting ready to add one more tonight. We've added one more tonight, and you know, Mary Landry, who couldn't have won if she had done voodoo down on the bayou. There was no way that she was going to be able to do that, and that's one more seat tonight. And Ed, you did a great job. We're very proud of you as a candidate. You did a terrific job. We look forward to the day that you serve in the United States Senate. We're delighted about the success that you've had. Now, it now falls on all of us as leaders of the Republican Party and with our colleagues and our friends and our fellows all across the country to do something. Have you been listening to MSNBC? I listen to the enemy all the time because I want to know what they're thinking out there. And what they're saying is, well, now that the Republicans have the majority, now they gotta get something done. And I say to you, it is not just about getting something done, it's about what we get done. It's about what we do as Republicans. And so in my closing remarks here tonight, as I talk to you and send us all forward to do what we need to do in order to govern this country and to govern the state, I say to you that I want to echo some of the things that have been said by some of your speakers tonight. We will not succeed in the future, nor should we succeed, unless we stand with the people. Unless we stand with the people of our state and stand with the people of the United States. And what does that mean? People are concerned about their futures. Not the past, not about past elections or about past administrations. They're concerned about the future, about their situation out there. Now, we hear an awful lot about how great the economy is right now because since Barack Obama's in the White House, they have an incentive for the economy to be great. But our friends out there in the community know that it isn't always so great. And that is the charge that we have and the duty that we have going forward. Do you know that right now 92,477,000 Americans do not have jobs? Labor participation in this country is the lowest that it's been in 36 years right now. People know these things. They know that in the last report about jobs, full-time jobs actually went down in this country. It was part-time jobs that came up. People who are having to go seek something where they can just make ends meet and just do a little bit of work. And they're looking to us, we Republicans, for the leadership for this United States of America to do what is right. And I would suggest to you that it's our duty as Republicans going forward from this dinner and from this advance and moving forward in the future, it is our duty to make it clear that the free market system is an ally of the American people and not an adversary. The free market economy is the only essential way that we can grow the economy. And I suggest to you that growth of the United States economy is the only way out on all the challenges that we have faced and all the difficulties that we have had, which is, by the way, why I helped form GrowthPAC. You can look it up, growthpac.com, and take a look at it. And we engaged in these campaigns in GrowthPAC because we knew that, for example, if Ed Gillespie got elected to the Senate, we would have a growth economy and do the things necessary to grow this economy and give people jobs and opportunities which would put us in union with the people of the United States of America. And that is the great charge that we have going from here. And I will tell you folks this, it is a proven fact, absolutely, that if you cut taxes in the United States, you get more growth, you get more jobs, you get higher wages, and you get a better country and a better quality of life for the people of the United States of America. This is not theory. John F. Kennedy cut taxes in 1961. We saw an immediate spurt in the United States economy. Ronald Reagan cut taxes in 1981, and we saw 10 years of growth and opportunity and an idea that the future was bright for the United States of America. And that is what we must do again. Now, the long-anticipated comment on the car tax. Let me talk to you for just a minute about the issue as Virginians. I've talked to you for a moment about what we do as Americans, but let me talk to you for just a moment about Virginians. This party, this Republican Party, and you've heard our candidates, you've heard our chairman, you've heard other people up here tonight speak about this as Virginians. We did well and succeeded in Virginia and elect our candidates in Virginia when the people of this state believe we are for them. When they believe we are for them, whether they are male or female or black or Hispanic or Asian, if they believe that we are for them. And that is the great task that we have. After all the listening that we've done tonight, I charge you now that our duty is to go out there and tell our friends and our colleagues and people who are out there that they may not have faith in our party, that we are for them. The car tax did that. Every day, people to this date, even to this day, still come to me and they say thank you and thank the Republican Party for standing for me when we cut the car tax. Because people needed that cut. It meant something to them. It meant something to their quality of life, to their ability to take care of their wives and their children and their families, their ability to get to and from work. It meant something material to them. And we, Republicans, were the vanguards and the speakers on behalf of the people of Virginia. Now we threaten to give that brand away, to make common cause with the Democrats, in trying to throw away that whole sense that we are the spokesman and the people who really care about the public here in Virginia. When I left the governorship, the phase-out of the car tax ceased. It was promised by Republicans and Democrats that the phase-out would continue and the car tax would be completely gone, and then we could do a real tax reform where we could share some money with localities and we could make that back up and we could actually make this come out well and the people would benefit because the car tax would be gone. But the phase-out was stopped. And then to make matters worse, they capped the car tax rebate, which meant that all of a sudden there was no ability to go forward any further with any type of further tax relief. Do you know how hard it is to talk about tax relief in Virginia or in America as Republicans? This is so hard to do because everybody wants to raise taxes all the time and the people are becoming cynical about it. And after that cap of the rebate, who would blame them for being cynical about this? And now the members of the legislature have their greedy eyes on the money that's been set aside for the rebate that even currently exists, and they want that money right now. And I say to you that this is not good enough, not for the people of Virginia, and certainly not good enough for our party. And we have so much more to do. I say to you that we are not only going to preserve the car tax cut that we got, We are going to extend this, and we are going to get rid of the car tax once and for all. It's time for that change right now. And I say to you, so I say to you, axe the tax. 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 And after we're done with that, let's go to the nation. Let's go to the nation and our campaigns in the future for federal office. Let's go to the people and let's stand with the people. Let's stand with the people who have worked all their lives and paid taxes on everything they've got, and all of a sudden when they pass away, they have to pay taxes again, a double tax on the same money again. I say that we eliminate the estate tax in the United States of America. I say we stand with the people who are paying money each and every day when they need to be spending that money on their wives and their families and their children and their husbands and their quality of life. I say that we cut taxes on personal income in this country right now, just like they did in the past for economic growth. I say that we should stand with small businesses, all businesses in this country. We should be reducing the corporate tax in this country. We ought to be unifying all business activity under one umbrella and reducing the tax to 15%, which will make us competitive worldwide in the future and create jobs and growth and economic opportunity. And I think we should stand with the people also that are sick and tired of this new approach of nicking people and penalizing people and taxing people because of health care and Obamacare. That needs to change too. Now, let me give you just a quick example, then I'll let you go home. Did you know that in Obamacare, just for extra fun, they decided to put an extra 10% tax on tanning salons? Did you know that? Tanning salons. You know, all Americans want to do is, on a weekend, is just get a decent tan. Right? And yet they're taxing 10% extra on this. But there's actually some real significance to something like this, as silly as it might sound. Did you know that most tanning salons in the United States of America are owned by women? Women entrepreneurs running small businesses. 70% of the tanning salons in this country are run by women, just simply trying to get up and make a living and create and start a job. Did you know that 8,000 tanning salons went out of business when they imposed that 10% tax? Did you know that that meant we lost 64,000 jobs as a result of that silly tax that they put on people's efforts to simply run these kinds of small businesses? And I say, ladies and gentlemen, we stand with the people of America even when all they want to do on the weekend is get a decent tan. So I say no car tax, no tan tax. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow there's going to be an article in the Richmond Times-Dispatch, we believe, on the issue of the car tax. And I would encourage all of you to take a look at it, because the time has come for Republicans to stand up and recapture the mantle of what we have stood for. And what we have stood for is reducing taxes, giving people more control over their own money. As Pat Mullins said, we got to govern the way we talk. We got to govern the way we talk, and we're about to not do that. The people of Virginia already wonder whether we're prepared to stand for what's right and what we said we were going to do. And I say we Republicans keep our promises. We keep their promises, and we should continue to do that again. If you join me in this new mission, both in Virginia and nationally, then, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you that as Republicans, we will be able to look at ourselves in the mirror and say that we did the right thing, that we came to these meetings in order to reassume the mantle of leadership. We Republicans brought about a better day in Virginia and a better day in America. Thank you very much for the evening.
gonna mess with him in that axe there. Hey, little public service announcement tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. There's going to be a church service, and Jack Morgan's Travis Witt will be preaching. I know you thought it was the choir out there, but Dan Bradshaw will be singing. Pat, thank you for your leadership. God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of Virginia. Have a nice evening.